How to make passive income online for beginners. Now, for a lot of you, you get excited about this, and the internet machine says you can buy websites, you can do an Amazon drop ship, you can do all these different things, because I have a lot of clients who came to us having already purchased these softwares, these technologies, these systems for immediate like web generation, and you're going to have money immediately by just selling somebody else's stuff, and you're going to buy a cash producing website. I think it's all a lie. I've never seen one that actually works unless you, number one, know how to front load it with a lot of technology, a lot of automation. And if you're not super techie, you already are drowning from the beginning. And unfortunately, I find a lot of those target older people who don't have technical skills and can't even begin the game. It's an interesting idea, doesn't work. So how do you make passive income online? First of all, let's define what qualifies as passive income online. Number two, what are the beginner-friendly models where you aren't super technical and you don't understand automation? So what are those going to be like? There are a few of them available. And then the last thing, what are most people getting wrong and making the mistakes on? So again, passive income online requires a lot of online automation, a lot of research and due diligence. So if you don't know someone who's already bought the same kind of machine you bought or the same system and making money, and actually you see their bank account, you see their deposits, I would just question it. I think that's extremely challenging. There's a lot of that scam going on where you can do a Forex training and you can resell a Forex training. Some of that stuff's not even legal for you to resell, and you can't. Now, as we get into the beginner stuff, I can talk about being an affiliate. So we'll come back to that. So what qualifies as passive? I'm actually going to read the definition because it's fascinating. So if it's truly passive, all right, and I say this in almost all my videos, I don't think anything's truly passive. I think it's got to be pactive. You got to be passive and active. But something that you build once and sell many times could be a little more passive. You got to continue the automation. You're going to automate all the delivery and the payments. Maybe it's a masterclass or some sort of course. You have to improve your conversions before you expand, meaning why put ads or different, financial models to something that isn't even selling? I have a client who's actually got a couple of beautiful courses. I have another gentleman I talked to has a 20-hour course on 4 different kinds of real estate strategies and has not sold any of them. Right? Great content. Again, build it. I guarantee they're not coming. Marketing drives the process of getting them to the course. And then you got to sell it. And anything above $1,000, you got to be willing to pick up the phone and do actually a sales conversation, which a lot of you are trying to get away from any of that and just have a total passive life. Let's talk about some of the beginner moves. So some of the beginner moves, again, would be designing, or what I would do is affiliate to someone else's already well done course. Then you become the marketer, meaning you're going to be out here on social media. You're going to be the one pitching and driving to those affiliate programs because you're going to do the marketing and the work's already done. So that's how you do courses and memberships. The other thing would be direct sales. So in the show notes below, I'm putting in 8 different affiliates. I have a whole bunch of affiliate models. I have a home wellness product. I have facial product. I have CBD products. I have gifts and cards. So I have all sorts of other things that are direct sales related, and it's easier, and their systems support you for those of you that are beginning and non-technical. So one system well, meaning instead of going wide and buying a whole bunch of these different courses and online, affiliate things, is do one well and do it in your skill set so you can control the content, you can control the client's interaction with you, and you'll make more money because I want you to add some services to it, which then expands your money from probably, maybe $5,000-$10,000 a month to hundreds of thousands a month. So if you're interested in doing any of this, I'm going to give you the Millionaire Maker version 2. I want you to read it. I want you to really understand what it means to have an operating company, have an online business. The other thing that I didn't mention a lot, but the less you work inside of it, the less you get to take tax deductions. The reason for a company is to maximize the greatest tax code in the world. So if you're not doing hardly anything, and worse, you just have some LLCs with passive real estate or passive investments, you don't get to activate the tax code that you hear me talk about here on our YouTube channel. So while you're here, I want you to subscribe to the channel, click that notification button. I want you here 5 days a week. I want you here every day. Anyone 5 years old and up can totally understand this channel. They can have a different playlist than you have and start understanding money. I mean, any of your kids that are in middle school, high school, they should easily start understanding the use or not use of debit cards. Understand debit versus credit cards. Understand credit. Understand how they're going to build their credit. So when they're 18 years old, they can actually launch with some good credit cards and some good credit history versus launch completely broke. So we have a lot to teach you here at our YouTube channel. I want you here again 5 days a week. Tomorrow we'll be back with another piece of content. But before we go, I'm going to give you the mistakes everyone makes when they go online. And I'm going to start it with number number one, you're not technical enough to go online to even understand it, which means you have no traffic, you have no followers. It's like, who's going to buy an affiliate program or even a course or a membership from you if you have 10 followers on any social channels? So you have to really ramp up into the thousands. So your focus needs to be in marketing, not in driving some product that you bought from somebody else that no one's asked them to do and no one cares about. So wealth, when it's done right, is actually fairly boring. If you think about some of the most lucrative businesses, they are tradesmen. They are 1-800-GOT-JUNK, people who haul things away, people who do power washing, people who do work for other people make the most money. I mean, dog walkers become house service managers. I have a woman, she dresses in high heels and sexy little skirts, and she owns a pest company in Seattle, Washington. Yeah, she kills bugs. So the more boring it is, cleaning companies. Nobody wants to clean. I didn't say you have to clean. You have to own the companies that do the boring things that no matter what is going to be recession proof, because people will always pay for pest control, for example. I don't care what the biggest depression is. They're not going to not pay that bill. So things that are boring are not discretionary. You need them in your life. So we have so much to teach you, so many places that we can help you grow into a better operating company than buy some online story of somebody else's dream, because it's not, in our experience, and I've been doing this for nearly 30 years, it doesn't work. Now, if you have any questions, want to go a different direction, we have one-on-one calls you can do all the time. You can book onto our one-on-one strategy calendar, get it on the phone with one of our people, have a private conversation about what you need, and or go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL, ask a question, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow.